So I think this book would be a really amazing resource, especially for those of us who are trying to walk two worlds.
Yes.
And one of the things that you've written about is that in your experience as a teacher, you've encountered a lot of Pasifika parents who perhaps aren't passing the culture on to their children. So why do you think it's important to build culturally strong Pasifika kids?
I think it really comes down to belonging. If you don't have that sense of belonging, I've seen a lot of kids fall through the cracks because they don't know who they are. They really do want to know who they are. They don't know how to get that from either their own families or with the resources or minimal resources that they have. You know, when I was teaching full-time in a classroom, I had kids for 2 years in an intermediate school space, and I could help them for 2 years but not guarantee their passage for the rest of the 5 years of their education. Each family is different. Each one of their priorities is different. Who's available to support is different. So that sense of belonging is really, really key to our kids in everything. There's even research that shows how knowing who you are and being secure in your identity actually promotes and helps your total well-being. Your mental health has been directly connected to your cultural identity and being secure in it. So it's something that's really, really important, and is why I believe it's really key to us in connecting with each other, as well as others being able to connect with us, because then we can share and confidently share who we are and teach others and create that awareness. So very, very important.
So you spoke a bit before about how when you became a mother, it took your own cultural journey to a whole nother level. What advice do you have for parents who want to pass their culture onto their children, but they're not secure in their culture themselves, or even to the Balangi teachers that you work with who have Pasifika kids in their class and they're not familiar with the culture? How can they encourage cultural security?
I think it's really important for everybody to kind of unpick your own cultural baggage first. I think the dream is that we go out there as cultural soldiers and go, great, this is what we're going to do, this is where we're going to be, we're going to put posters on the wall, we're going to talk it every day. But if you're not feeling secure or confident in yourself, and it's due to the many experiences that we have growing up, so until we unpack that and we understand our own perspectives, our own values and beliefs that we bring to the table and why we are the way we are, that we can actually do that to the fullest potential, and that we can actually effectively do it, basically. So that'd be the first thing I'd say. The second thing to parents and families within our community as Tangata Pasifika, as Samoan, would be to create this safe Talanoa, really. The safe Talanoa that's filled with love and respect and mawhanawhana and just humour, the way that we do it. And it's not about filtering out who is Samoan and not Samoan, because that's a huge issue within our community. That plastic Samoan phrase is still being thrown around. People are still being neglected or ignored because they don't know, but man, do they want to know. So having that Talanoa and ensuring that they feel safe is really important, and that you are approachable and you are supporting them. As well as the last thing for educators, on top of those things, is creating those safe learning supportive environments, creating learning opportunities that allow our te Māori to actually explore who they are and explore with them. So many of our non-Pasifika educators are really low on their own confidence. They don't know what they don't know. And until we kind of welcome them and we learn with our te Māori, if that's the case, then it becomes our journey, which is even more powerful. You're not alone, do you know what I mean? So it's a real collective responsibility, I believe, and there's so many layers to it, but until we develop that confidence and unpack our own cultural baggage, that we can effectively support our te Māori.